Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? I assume you'd be watching this video because you haven't gotten a game yet. And if you can, please send this video to 704 Games somehow because a lot needs to be said about this game. First, I've played NASCAR Dirt to Daytona, NASCAR Thunder 2003, NASCAR 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, Inside Line, 14, 15, and Heat Evolution. This game has the best AI out of all of those games that I've played. I don't know about any other NASCAR game which I haven't played, but this one, the AI are just... I mean, there's a few things, but when I started out the career mode and the intro season, I sat and played through the whole thing in like 5-6 hours. It just barreled through it, having a blast with it. But there's the only minor issues there are is, you know, qualifying. When you're in a small truck or a lower team truck, the lap times are way off, like maybe a second off sometimes. One point I was 2 seconds off the pace. But, you know, when you got into the top tier truck, and then you started qualifying top 15, top 10, but when you were qualifying 2-3 seconds off the pace, you were able to drive up to the top 20 if you had the truck to do it or the capabilities, which for the most part I did, so I didn't understand why I was qualifying so poorly when I was able to drive up excuse me, to the top 20 in the race. Another issue with the AI is, you know, in practice session or qualifying, I don't remember which one it was, one of those, the AI don't know how fast you're going. I'm not very fast, so I was just going around with the truck, you know, whatever speed it was capable of doing. I was just getting ran over like I wasn't there. They don't do that in the race, so I don't know why they do it in practice or qualifying, whatever session it was they did it in. But other than those issues, they race you hard. I was impressed. When I saw the videos from Real Radman and all the other guys, and they talked about side drafting a lot, I was sitting there, why? There's nothing happening. I don't notice any of the side drafting. I doubt it's there. If it is, it's so minute. That is there, and I was impressed with the way these AI were able to use me. I mean, I had a truck at one point, I think it was Chicago or Michigan, and I had the truck capable of getting into the top 10, and I couldn't get past 14th because I don't know who it was, but every time I got to his outside, he'd pull up alongside my door, drag me back, and take the spot back. I just tried working him over for 10, 15 laps, and he side drafted me every time I tried to get past him. So that's just golden. I was shocked that their AI was able to do that. So their AI is incredible. The driving, this is completely opinion based. Some people, I don't know why, liked Heat Evolution's driving. I hated it. I still hate it. I preferred NASCAR Inside Line. You know, that was 2011 was pretty good too. NASCAR Inside Line, 14 to 15 were basically a carbon copy of that. But this game, excellent driving. I did not have to touch the sensitivity settings, which is unbelievable compared to Heat Evolution. That's the first thing you did. Turn the sensitivity all the way down, and it still didn't do shit. But in this game, you don't have to touch it. I mean, some people might have to. You know, Jeff Fabiano said he needed to turn his wheel sensitivity. I don't use a wheel. But on the controller, you can actually pick this game up and you can actually play this game without, having to deal with a bunch of garbage just to enjoy it. Oh, another thing about the AI. I don't know if it's the AI or the way they design the trucks, but when I was in a lower tier truck, I was having the most fun out of the career using the lower tier truck. And when I got a hot seat to drive a 5-star truck, I was blowing the AI out of the water, just gone. And 3-4 second lead at some points. And that's on default. I did not adjust the car or the truck at all. So they have to do something about that. You should be struggling for position on legend difficulty if you're using default. If you use a setup, they need to make it to where the game is so hard that you'd have to go backwards, not put like a maximum level and just assume, well, we'll just deal with this. They need to make a difficulty level that's so hard that you would then need to go backwards with it. And like F1 2016, I'm not good at that game. You put me out there on the top difficulty, I'm not going to do anything. But, you step it down a couple difficulties the way it should be, and then I find I'm even with where my teammate is. That's good difficulty for me. They need to do something like that with Heat Evolution, or Heat 2, or Heat 3, whatever they decide to put it in, but they need to make it to where the difficulty is not so easy up front. Especially on default, because, some people out there use setups, and if they put a setup in, they're gone. There's no questions asked. There's no point in playing career mode at that point, because it's not going to be enjoyable unless you enjoy just sitting out there cruising. Alright, now I want to talk about online. This is where the game really confuses me, because the single player, such minute issues, and with such excellent AI and great driving model. The online, it's like a new developer or different developer did the online. I'm totally lost with what they're doing with online. It's like a completely different monster. I went out there and immediately saw wobbling. Cars moving back, like they're warming up their tires at top speed. This is not a connection issue between players. This is only something that happens on your game. And we asked you to address it previously with the old game. You had no clue what we were talking about. You guys have to play this game with us. Go online, tell us, hey, on Twitter or something, hey, we're playing the game. Come join us. We'll come play with you. Just look at the wobbling. And another ridiculous, do you guys not know what ghosting is? We got cars going through the catch fences, tumbling down the straightaways, stupid shit, and not getting ghosted. People will all of a sudden stop on the racetrack and you think, oh, they're crashed or something. And next thing you know, they're doing 200 miles an hour up your ass, wrecking the living daylights out of you. And they're just lagging. You have to ghost these cars. The online is unplayable like that. Now I understand why you guys didn't put damage online. Because if you did, half the cars would be out of the race. You need to address the lag, and you need to address the wobbling. You have excellent side drafting physics, excellent drafting, all this, and we can't utilize it online, because if the second we try to pull up along someone's door on their screen, we knock the living shit out of them, and they're wrecking. And on my screen, that didn't happen. You have to fix this issue. We cannot, I run a league. Many of people that watch this, I'm sure, are going to running leagues or do leagues. There's a reason people wanted NASCAR 15 backwards compatible. That game was terrible with servers, but you could race side by side. They ghosted lagging cars. That doesn't happen on your game. This is unacceptable in 2017 going into 2018. Look at all these other racing games. Somebody lags, ghost them. There shouldn't be any confusion there. I'm not a developer. I don't know how hard this shit is. I imagine it's pretty difficult. But when I see everybody else being able to ghost people when they're doing front flips down the straightaway, and you guys don't, and we end up getting clobbered by these guys, unnecessary cautions, and which by the way are broken online. They seem to be alright in the single player. I didn't have a whole lot, but they're definitely broken online. Why did you put them online? They don't work. And another thing that irritated me, I have been begging for black flags to be online. Thank you for putting them in there. No thank you for locking them with cautions. I don't like game cautions. I like to use manual cautions. I feel I'm more organized with the way I do it. And I'd like black flags. So please, if you ever get a chance, patch in black flags to be separate from cautions. I don't want cautions. They don't work anyway. Not that I wanted them to begin with. I'm sure many of us didn't give a crap about caution. I'm sure there's a number of people that wanted it too, but my group, we don't care about cautions. We do manual cautions. And I just want black flags. You know, I'm tired of slamming the car in a pit road and watching it come to a dead stop. That causes crashes. You know, you come in at restrictor plates. You know, 7 guys wanting to come down pit road at one time. We have to stagger pit entry to the point where we might not even make pit road, because if we go in a line, it's going to cause a pile in and people are going to be wrecked backwards, angry. You guys, we need black flags. We don't want cautions tied to them. Leave cautions in its own separate category. Oh, by the way, thank you for separating cautions and stages. I like to use stages online. Don't want the cautions. So thank you for that. Sorry about ranting about your online, but please, you gotta address the wobble. If you don't know what we're talking about, play with the players, talk to them. You got 8 people game chat. What is the point in 8 people game chat? The reason we wanted game chat is so we didn't have to be limited to 16 players in our party. 8 people game chat. What a waste. Alright. Address the online, address the wobbling. Please ghost the lagging cars, because this is dumb. And one more thing. You guys put a roof cam on the car. You modeled a roof cam on the car. Not the one you see here. I'm talking about the little bulb that sits out of the roof of the car. You put it on there. Why the hell don't we have a roof cam there? We have this knockoff, like, selfie stick out the window trying to be a roof cam. It's like you're drowning and I throw you a raft to help you from drowning and you try to make your own. Come on now. Send this to 704 Games, please. We need to do something about this game. Single player, excellent. If you like single player, get this game online. Be careful.